The sudden deaths of Gene Hackman, the legendary Oscar-winning actor, and his wife Betsy Arakawa have left the world in a state of disbelief. Hackman, a man known for his decades-long career and his role in shaping Hollywood, seemed to quietly retire from the limelight to live out his remaining years with his wife in Santa Fe, New Mexico. However, their untimely demise in February 2025 has shocked both fans and the public alike, especially as it coincides with a controversial event: the unsealing of Jeffrey Epstein's infamous list. The events surrounding their deaths have sparked a wave of unsettling questions and conspiracy theories that have captured the imaginations of millions. Was their passing a mere tragic coincidence, or is there something far more sinister at play? Could Hackman, a man who had lived a life far removed from the public eye for years, have been silenced in an effort to prevent him from exposing something much darker? The timing of their deaths, occurring just days after the release of Epstein's files, only adds to the intrigue. Some believe that Hackman was perhaps about to reveal truths hidden within the web of powerful names connected to Epstein's network, a revelation that could have placed him in the crosshairs of those who had much to lose from such an exposé. As we dive deeper into this mystery, it is essential to first understand the circumstances surrounding the deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa. On February 26, 2025, maintenance workers entered their Santa Fe home after reports of an unusual odor. What they discovered sent shockwaves through the community and the world. Inside their home, they found Hackman, the 95-year-old actor, and his 65-year-old wife Arakawa in an advanced state of decomposition. Their beloved dog was also found dead. This discovery was chilling not only because of the state of the bodies, but because it raised questions that remain unanswered to this day. The unsealing of Jeffrey Epstein's files and its link to Hackman's death. The timing of the deaths has undoubtedly fueled speculation. Just days before Hackman and Arakawa's bodies were discovered, the unsealing of Jeffrey Epstein's infamous files had taken place, revealing a list of names that included powerful figures across the world of politics, business, and entertainment. Epstein, a financier with ties to the elite, had been at the center of a decades-long scandal involving the abuse and trafficking of minors. After his 2019 arrest, it became clear that his operations were extensive, involving some of the world's most influential people. When these documents were finally made public in February 2025, they exposed the names of individuals who were allegedly linked to Epstein's web of exploitation. The release of these files had been highly anticipated, and the news shook many to their core. Among the names revealed were some that had previously been kept under wraps, and it is believed that Hackman, a man with a deep understanding of Hollywood and its undercurrents, may have had knowledge of these dark dealings. Hackman had retired from acting in 2004 and had spent his later years living quietly in Santa Fe with his wife, Betsy Arakawa. But could Hackman have been connected to Epstein's network, or had he uncovered something dangerous? Some speculate that Hackman, who had already stepped away from Hollywood, might have been prepared to reveal something crucial. Hackman, who had always kept a low profile, had been known to distance himself from the darker sides of the industry. However, had he become too curious, too close to the truth, especially in his last years? These are questions that remain unresolved. A brief overview of Gene Hackman's career and his later life. Gene Hackman's career in Hollywood spanned decades, and during that time, he became known for his raw, unflinching portrayals of complex characters. Born on January 30, 1930, in San Bernardino, California, Hackman's early life was anything but glamorous. Raised during the Great Depression, Hackman was profoundly shaped by his humble beginnings and the experiences that came with them. His parents divorced when he was young, and Hackman later enlisted in the Marine Corps, a move that would play a significant role in shaping his tough, gritty persona that would later define his acting career. By the 1960s, Hackman had already begun to make his mark in Hollywood. He quickly gained recognition for his roles in films such as The French Connection, 1971, for which he won an Academy Award for Best Actor, and Unforgiven, 1992, which earned him another Oscar. His ability to portray a broad range of characters, from heroic figures to morally ambiguous antiheroes, made him a favorite of directors like William Friedkin and Clint Eastwood. Hackman's portrayal of Popeye Doyle in The French Connection became one of his most iconic roles and cemented his place as one of Hollywood's greatest talent. Despite his monumental success, Hackman was known for avoiding the chaos of Hollywood. He never fully embraced the celebrity lifestyle and preferred a quiet, private existence. By 2004, he announced his retirement from acting, leaving behind a legacy of unforgettable performances. He then shifted his focus to writing, publishing several novels in the years following his departure from Hollywood. His reclusive nature was a stark contrast to the flashy, often turbulent lives of many other celebrities, leading many to believe he had sought refuge away from the public eye to escape the industry's darker elements. The mysterious witchcraft cult and the dark theories surrounding Hackman's life. As the investigation into Hackman and Arakawa's deaths deepens, new, bizarre theories have emerged, further complicating the mystery. One such theory that has gained traction involves Hackman's alleged connection to a secretive Santa Fe-based witchcraft cult known as the Healer. These rumors, which appeared briefly on Hackman's Wikipedia page before being removed, suggest that Hackman may have been involved in a group with ties to the occult, one that operated on the fringes of society. This revelation, though unsubstantiated, has piqued the curiosity of conspiracy theorists. Some believe that Hackman's involvement in such a group could have placed him in a vulnerable position, potentially making him a target of powerful individuals who saw him as a threat. While many dismiss these rumors as baseless, others argue that the suggestion is more than mere coincidence. Could the actor's ties to such a mysterious group have put him on the radar of influential figures who may have wanted to silence him? Was it a dark and sinister secret that he knew too much about? Or was this simply an elaborate distraction designed to obscure the truth behind his death? Given Hackman's decision to retire and step away from the Hollywood machine, it is plausible that he had access to knowledge that few others did. The suggestion that he was attempting to reveal secrets about Hollywood's dark side, or Epstein's infamous list, adds weight to the theory that Hackman's death was no ordinary accident. If he had indeed uncovered something dangerous or was poised to make a revelation, could his untimely passing be part of a larger conspiracy to protect the powerful? The strange circumstances surrounding their deaths. On February 26, 2025, the world learned of the tragic discovery of Hackman and Arakawa's bodies. The scene in their Santa Fe home raised more questions than answers. The bodies were found in an advanced state of decomposition, indicating that they had been dead for several days. Hackman's body was found in the foyer, while Arakawa's was discovered in the bathroom near a portable heater, with prescription medications scattered nearby. One of their 3 dogs was also found dead, adding an eerie layer to the discovery. Despite the initial shock and confusion surrounding the deaths, the investigation has yielded no definitive answers. Preliminary autopsy results have ruled out foul play and external trauma, which means that their deaths cannot be attributed to violence or an accident. Authorities also dismissed the possibility of carbon monoxide poisoning or a gas leak, which are common causes of unexpected deaths in domestic settings. However, the absence of clear causes has only deepened the mystery. While the investigation continues and toxicology results are still pending, the fact that these deaths occurred in such a mysterious and inexplicable manner, combined with the timing of Epstein's files being unsealed, has led many to speculate about a darker, more insidious reason for their demise. The unraveling mystery of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa. The deaths of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa have become a puzzle that captivates the public's imagination. The timing of their passing, just days after the release of Epstein's files, the rumors surrounding Hackman's potential involvement in a witchcraft cult, and the unexplained circumstances of their deaths have all contributed to a growing sense of unease and curiosity. Theories abound about the connection between Hackman and Epstein's dark world, suggesting that the actor may have known too much and was silenced to protect powerful figures. As the investigation unfolds, the public remains hungry for answers. The circumstances surrounding their deaths raise more questions than they answer, leaving many to wonder whether there was a far-reaching conspiracy at play, one that may have involved the highest echelons of Hollywood, business, and politics. While the true nature of Hackman's passing may never be fully understood, it is clear that his story, along with the tragic end of his wife Betsy, has become part of a larger narrative, a tale of power, secrecy, and the untold stories that lie hidden beneath the surface of fame and fortune. The Hackman-Epstein connection, whether real or imagined, serves as a reminder of the dark undercurrents that run through the corridors of power, and how even the most celebrated figures may be caught in the web of intrigue that surrounds them. The investigation into their deaths may eventually provide clarity, but for now, it remains a haunting mystery that continues to captivate the world's attention. The unveiling of Epstein's dark network. Jeffrey Epstein's arrest in 2019 brought attention to his complex and extensive network of influential figures. For years, Epstein was able to operate in the highest circles of society, maintaining a reputation as a financier with connections to powerful individuals in politics, business, and academia. His social circle included former U.S. presidents, princes, renowned academics, and billionaires, which allowed him to escape scrutiny for decades. Epstein's private island in the U.S. Virgin Islands, nicknamed Pedophile Island, became infamous after allegations surfaced that it was a hub for sexual abuse, trafficking minors, and other heinous activities. Investigations into his activities painted a disturbing portrait of manipulation and exploitation. His connections to some of the world's most powerful people raised questions about how someone so entangled in criminal activity could continue operating without facing the consequences. The media buzz surrounding his arrest only intensified once the contents of Epstein's extensive black book and flight logs were exposed. These documents allegedly contained the names of numerous high-profile individuals, including politicians, celebrities, and business moguls, all of whom were connected to Epstein. The fear was that the release of these names could unravel a much broader network of abuse, involving those who had been complicit or turned a blind eye. Epstein's case is a prime example of how wealth, influence, and secrecy can enable individuals to evade justice for years. The timing of Hackman and Arakawa's deaths, a chilling coincidence. The timing of the deaths of Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, in February 2025, shocked the public for several reasons. While their passing seemed like a tragic loss on its own, the coincidental timing, just days after the unsealing of Jeffrey Epstein's infamous files, gave rise to rampant speculation and conspiracy theories. Hackman, a retired Hollywood legend who had lived a quiet life in Santa Fe, New Mexico, was thought to be far removed from the toxic undercurrents of the entertainment industry. His reclusive nature, along with his well-known aversion to Hollywood's chaos, had made him a beloved figure in a world that often celebrates excess and drama. But what made his death even more unsettling was the connection between the timing of the release of Epstein's files, which named many powerful people, and Hackman's sudden demise. It was within this context that questions began to arise. Did Hackman know too much about Epstein and his network? Was there a connection between his death and the secrets that might have been uncovered through the Epstein files? This was further fueled by bizarre rumors surrounding Hackman's alleged involvement in a Santa Fe-based cult, rumored to have secret knowledge and influence. Although authorities ruled out foul play, the eerie circumstances surrounding their deaths left a lingering sense of mystery, unraveling the claims of Hackman's involvement with a Santa Fe cult. One of the most bizarre and unsettling aspects of the Gene Hackman death mystery was the appearance of a claim on his Wikipedia page that he was a member of a Santa Fe-based witchcraft cult known as the Healer. While the claim was quickly deleted, it provided fodder for conspiracy theorists who began connecting his death to darker, more nefarious activities. The accusation was that Hackman, long known for his reclusive lifestyle, had become involved with a cult centered around occult practices and healing rituals. The cult allegedly operated in the shadows of Santa Fe, a city already known for its spiritual communities and mysterious atmosphere. The group, as the rumors suggested, was said to be involved in powerful and dangerous practices, possibly linked to the type of elite circles Epstein himself may have been associated. What raised more suspicion was that the claim of Hackman's involvement appeared briefly on his Wikipedia page, suggesting that someone with access to his personal information could have added the detail deliberately. Was this an attempt to muddy the waters, distracting from more important issues? Or was it a real clue that Hackman had been entangled in a much larger, possibly more dangerous network of influential figures? The mystery deepened, leaving many to wonder about the true extent of Hackman's knowledge and involvement in secretive elite circles. Gene Hackman's career and the impact of his retirement. Gene Hackman's career was one of the most celebrated in Hollywood. Known for his powerful, versatile acting in films like The French Connection, Unforgiven, and The Conversation, Hackman became a household name. His ability to take on complex, multi-dimensional characters made him one of the most respected actors of his generation, earning him 2 Academy Awards and numerous other accolades. However, in 2004, Hackman made the surprising decision to retire from acting, choosing instead to lead a quieter life away from the public eye. This move seemed to align with his growing disillusionment with Hollywood's excesses. The actor had long been known to eschew the celebrity lifestyle, preferring the privacy of his Santa Fe home, where he could live out his remaining years in peace. His decision to leave Hollywood also coincided with his newfound passion for writing, a pursuit that allowed him to remain creative without the pressures of the film industry. Hackman's retirement seemed to signal a desire for peace and stability, a stark contrast to the chaotic world of fame. For a man who had seen both the highs and lows of Hollywood life, stepping away from the limelight was his way of preserving his sanity and personal integrity. It made his untimely death even more shocking, as it raised questions about whether his decision to retire had anything to do with his possible knowledge of darker forces within the entertainment world, or if it was simply an act of personal preservation. The murky connections between Epstein's network and Hollywood. One of the most troubling aspects of the Epstein scandal was its intersection with Hollywood, where Epstein had established ties with several high-profile individuals over the years. While Epstein was primarily known for his connections in politics and business, his links to the entertainment industry, particularly to actors, producers, and directors, raised questions about the scope of his influence. Epstein used his wealth and connections to gain access to Hollywood elites, hosting extravagant parties attended by the rich and powerful. Among those linked to Epstein were some of Hollywood's biggest names, including actors like Bill Cosby, who would later become embroiled in his own legal scandals. It was also rumored that Epstein used his connections in Hollywood to lure young women into his trafficking network, preying on aspiring actresses and models. In the wake of Epstein's arrest, many began to question how deeply the entertainment industry had been involved with his activities. Were some of these individuals complicit in his crimes? Or were they simply unaware of the darker side of his operations? As more details emerged, it became clear that the connection between Hollywood and Epstein's network was more widespread than anyone had initially believed. Hackman's connection to the scandal, if any, remains unclear, but the timing of his death and the conspiracy theories surrounding it suggested that he may have known more than anyone expected. The mysterious circumstances of Hackman's death. What we know, the details surrounding the deaths of Gene Hackman and his wife Betsy Arakawa, have only added to the intrigue and speculation. The couple's bodies were found in an advanced state of decomposition, suggesting they had been dead for several days before being discovered. The grim discovery occurred when maintenance workers entered their home after receiving reports of a foul odor. When they found Hackman and Arakawa, their deaths seemed to raise more questions than answers. Initial reports from the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office stated that there was no evidence of foul play. Both Hackman and Arakawa appeared to have passed away from natural causes, with no signs of violence or external trauma. The authorities also ruled out carbon monoxide poisoning, gas leaks, or any other environmental factors as contributing causes. Despite these findings, the advanced decomposition and the eerie nature of their deaths suggested something was amiss. Speculation about the deaths reached fever pitch when it became known that the Epstein files had just been unsealed. Some believe Hackman may have been silenced, or that his death was connected to larger conspiratorial forces tied to Epstein's network. Others question whether Hackman had stumbled upon something he shouldn't have. The mystery of his passing is still unresolved, and with the pending toxicology reports, the public is left to wonder if the answers will ever fully come to light.